a medical doctor as well, Texas Congressman Michael Burgess. Good to see you, Congressman. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
Your response, given what we know out of North Korea, first off.
Yeah, given what we know, I'd say it's remarkable. Number one, it's remarkable that we were even there the second time. It's remarkable that they had suspended their testing activities, that it accelerated at the end of the last administration. But you got to look at this as a Reagan at Reykjavik. It wasn't a good deal, and the president recognized that and said, perhaps there's more to do in the future, but we're done here now. That's remarkable that that occurred. It's the diplomatic equivalent of shock and awe.
Yeah, that's exactly the reference that Steve Forbes used earlier. This was a Reagan moment for the president. Let me get your reaction. I don't know if you saw Maya McGinnis on the program a few minutes ago from the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, Congressman. But you and your colleagues facing the deadline this week to raise the debt ceiling. The debt limit is suspended through Friday, but a new estimate from the Congressional Budget Office finds the government will run out of money to pay the bills in late September or early October unless Congress raises that debt limit again. Federal Reserve Chairman Jay Powell brought this up yesterday, but what's your take in terms of pulling in the spending? Is there ever going to be a time when you and your colleagues see this as a priority?
The big difficulty, as it has been for years through multiple administrations, is that spending that's on autopilot that Congress does not even control. We're talking about entitlement spending, predominantly Medicaid, but Medicare and Social Security also figure into that. These expenditures that are on autopilot that Congress never even considers when it does its budget, these are the hard things that will have to be tackled. The bill that repealed a physician growth formula a few years ago actually cut entitlement spending by $20 billion. So my committee has provided $20 billion of entitlement spending reduction, the first time in decades that occurred. And then last year, with our health care bill, $800 billion of reduction in entitlement spending to occur. But it passed the House by one vote, and failed by one vote in the Senate, unfortunately. So, but that's the type of hard work that will have to be done to bend the growth curve on the spending. And right now, I will tell you, with the current makeup of the House, that doesn't look like that's what's going to happen. In fact, the rules that were passed by the Democrats at the beginning of this session of the House of Representatives, they reinstituted the Gephardt rule, which will automatically inflate the debt limit so that it's not even a pause in our spending.
Congressman, given the fact that these debt ceilings have never worked in the past, how do you explain to the American people why they should take the debt seriously? Most people, yeah, they know it's not something good, but it's kind of abstract, goes over their head. They don't get a bill for it every month. How do you make it something that's tangible to the typical voter?
Well, I actually think in 2011, when Speaker Boehner and then President Obama and Majority Leader Harry Reid came up with the sequester that was necessary for the debt limit to be increased, I think that sort of a pause is important. Congress, yeah. So there are some people who say, well, let's just remove the debt limit because no other country has it, and we just need to move on from that. But it is important. It is important for particularly people in the People's House to recognize that we are the ones that, yeah, people say we hold the purse strings. That's exactly right, and we're not doing a great job with how that money is going out. It's time for us to pause and reassess. So the debt limit allows us a chance to pause and reassess. The sequester, some people didn't like it, but it across the board cut is really almost the only way to make this possible.
Congressman, it's good to have you on the program this morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Michael.